The research vessel POLARSTERN has been exploring the world's polar regions since 1982, for example, to improve understanding of climate change. The POLARSTERN spends an average of 310 days at sea each year. Last autumn, it embarked on the biggest Arctic expedition ever undertaken, known as Mosaic. Around 300 researchers representing over 70 institutions from 20 countries are taking part in this mission. We want to introduce you to some of them.
Here on Mosaic, I'm part of the eco team. My interests are mainly in carbon chemistry.
I'm an oceanographer researching into the deep sea and why it's warming.
I work for the Atmospheric Radiation Measurement Program, which is part of the Department of Energy in the United States.
I'm here to study how the changing sea ice and snow precipitating over the changing sea ice is reflecting solar irradiance back to the space.
In my PhD, I'm actually working with data here from this expedition. So I'm really happy to see how the data that I'm working with I can put in context with the whole camp and all the people working on the different tasks.
Frozen within an ice floe, the POLARSTERN is drifting right across the Arctic with a central research camp and an extensive network of monitoring stations. The ship, which was specially designed for polar research missions, is fitted with equipment for various scientific purposes. All the participants take home incredible memories and experiences.
There are so many single tasks, but it's getting so complex joining these tasks together, and this really impressed me.
Every day when you work together with people from different teams, you see how interconnected all of the work that we're doing is. So the atmosphere affects the ice affects the ocean affects the biology, and the biology in the ocean then affects the atmosphere. So everything is really interconnected, and it's really cool to be in the field and see that.
I saw my first polar bear during this expedition in her natural environment in the middle of massive sea ice field, and I think it's something I will remember the rest of my life.
Changes in the Arctic are closely linked to global weather patterns. The data from the research carried out in the Arctic provides the basis for improved understanding of climate change. Measurements taken at altitudes of up to 35,000 meters and at depths of down to 4,000 meters provide valuable data to improve our understanding of complex climate processes. And this is already helping to identify the areas in which action needs to be taken.
We have to understand all the processes and together to be able to piece them all together, because everything is related. You can't just change one thing and expect everything else to stay the same. It's a dynamic system and everything is going to affect everything else.
It's sort of important to always have a certain amount of curiosity about what you do.
If you have an idea, maybe just like a thought you have about something you'd like to do for climate or something you want to do to get involved, and if you just mention it to the people around you, you don't even have to say it with the intention for it to go somewhere, but just talking about it, that's what gets the ball rolling.
The responsibility to act for climate change is all of ours, and in best case, the actions that we take for climate change are based on science.